Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. Interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's phil.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Boy, the news has not been good lately. You know that 62% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 24% of Americans have more credit card debt than emergency savings. Or how about this one? Adults under the age of 35 currently have savings rates of negative 2%. Wow. We need to set up a game plan. We need to get you back into the financial markets in a very positive way. And we can do that. Just join philsgang.com. We're here to help you. It's only $49.95 a month. That's it. You're going to be investing in yourself. That's what you need. And you got all the Phil's Gang material archived. You got classrooms. You got support. There's nothing like it. So as this market continues to go higher, not because things are good, not because the economy is doing well, because of all this stimulus, you're missing one of the best opportunities to put retirement money away now. Sock it away now, but you got to learn how to do it. Check us out. That's philsgang.com or give us a call 877-600-4264.
If you want to generate extra income or basically secure your financial future, you should join philsgang.com and get the best investment education available on the market today. For only $49.95 a month, you'll have complete access to Phil's daily live webinars, alerts, educational, much more. At philsgang.com, there are no contracts and no hidden fees. Just straightforward, no-nonsense market investment knowledge that only Phil Grande can deliver. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Obama can't let the stock market go down. You lied about Benghazi. You lied about the AP. You lied about the IRS. You lied. Stop coming out here as a salesman. What's about is personal responsibility and education. Go to any supermarket, go to any store. My God, they got people that are 90 years old pushing out the carts. The last time I was in a supermarket, I took the old man, I put him in the car. And I wheeled into my car with the groceries. And what have we gotten for stimulus? Trillions of dollars of stimulus. What have we gotten for? $3 trillion directly into the stock market. Lied to everybody, said we're doing that's a great job. Pelosi tells you, go home. Your job locked. I don't blame he's taking a vacation, but stay home and rent some videos. So I care about your financial stability and making money in the stock market. For the best of business news, social, and financial talk, join me, Phil Grande at Phil's Gang Show, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. Listen live at philsgang.com.
There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I love your show. I love your honesty. Glad to say I'm doing very, very well. Thanks to Phil. I now have become a consistent, profitable trader.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I'm so grateful that I found you and with you and your staff.
This year, I'm up 60% on my portfolio.
I'm on top of the world. I finally feel like I've got my master's degree in stock trading.
Well, I just want to tell you, thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I have learned more in this 2 months than I have in my years of
doing all my different stuff. And I want to say thank you.
Been with you a long, long time. Done really well with you.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
For more information on the philsgang.com, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4200-4264. Again, that's 877-600-4264.
$12 million to create a green job? What are you, nuts? That's what it costs. $12 million for one green job. 2,298 green jobs were created under Obama during his crony capitalism days. That is insane. He promised 5 million new green jobs. Billion. Join my gang so you know which stocks to buy.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
But the average American is beginning to realize that free trade is very costly to adversely affected parties, those businesses, those workers that lose their sales, lose their jobs. The fact that this remains the dullest economic recovery since the war.
And that is so true. And this is the dullest. It's the worst. We've had 11 recessions. This is just awful. What do? They're going to raise mortgage rates. They're raising mortgage rates. The 10-year Treasury, that's the problem. When you continue to lie, when the Fed lies, when Aunt B lies and says the economy is booming, we got to raise rates to cool it off. There's the problem. The 10-year Treasury goes up, affects the 10-year, 15-year, 30-year fixed rates. Right now, the fixed rate, we don't need this to happen. The rate is jumped from 3.59% up to 4.4%. And when they just recently jumped these rates, borrowers just stopped dead in their tracks. Now they're raising them again. This is crazy. Why are they raising rates? But then on the other side, you have Obama coming with announcements that we've got to get this housing boom to start. So let's take people who have no money, who have bad credit below 600, who have real bad credit. I'm not talking about little bad credit. Let's get them into homes with no money down. Here we go. So wait a minute. On one side, he's telling us the economy's doing terrific. Look at the 10-year Treasury. It says so because that's what the indicator is. And when you're at 2.4%, that means things are booming. So let's raise interest rates on the middle class guy who wants to buy a house from, let's say, $250,000 to $500,000. Let's raise the rates on him. And by the way, he's got to have 20%, 30% down. Credit score of 800 or better. And he still may not get the loan. But oh, wait a minute though. Let's go and give everybody else who has bad credit, terrible credit, who don't make their payments ever on time, let's give them a house through the FHA with almost nothing down, 3%. Now they're talking about nothing down. This. So Obama is supporting a plan to substitute the traditional credit scoring, we'll call it, that almost everybody, all the lenders use. And he's going to substitute that with I don't know what he's substituting with. There's no metric system. He just wants to help these people qualify, tens of millions of poor, and mostly immigrants with bad or no credit scores, And he says it's the key now. He says to driving economic growth is to giving these people housing, to let them have a house with these lowered down payments. But didn't we learn anything from the last housing boom that was built on the bubble? Remember that? It was the same thing. Obama, instead of Bush, he was to blame. We had the two worst presidents in the world. The reason we're having all the problems today is because of Bush and because of Obama. Bush, who screwed everybody by telling people to go in and take the $3.1 trillion and go spend it. Never mind. Never mind. Just go spend it. Go spend it. And look what happened. It's unbelievable.
The American worker under Obamonomics has suffered tremendously. I mean, and that's a very untold story about that you haven't read much in the New York Times, that the middle class has gotten squeezed. The gap between the rich and the poor has grown dramatically as you had QE and low interest rates, which helped the stock market and rich people. But you had you had higher taxes and all these drags on and regulation that's hurt people in the middle.
That's right. So they're the ones who are your producers, and they're getting clobbered. So instead of helping them getting a home, instead of saying, how do we assist them? Obama turns around and says, let's boost the home buying and let's ease the mortgage lending standards for the people who have terrible credit, who don't have a job, who don't work. Let's help them. Remember back, this all started the same things, liberals. It was Barney Frank, it was Waters, who went to Fannie and Freddie, who only bought from the banks their mortgages that were the top quality mortgages, very top quality. And remember, they went and they said to Fannie and Freddie, we're going to force you. No more do you buy just top quality mortgages. You're going to buy stuff that's terrible, stuff that is just really bad. We're going to make you, because we need, same thing, we need to help the poor get into housing. We need to help the economy grow. We'll get them into housing, the poor people. And sure enough, that's what they did. And all of a sudden, Fannie and Freddie starts buying all these crappy mortgages, and then we had to bail them out, $180 billion. Isn't this just crazy stuff? This is just nuts. So that's where we're going. So they've got this new thing. They just announced it today, that if you have no money and you have bad credit, you can get a house, no problem. But if you have, if you've got a good credit score, and you got to put 20% down, and probably you'll get turned down anyways. And that's where we're going. This is just nuts. It makes no sense. So that's why we're going to get this QE4 too. By the way, this 10-year Treasury that keeps going up, and because we're being told that everything is really good, is going to hurt. It's going to hurt our economy. We can't keep telling people, lying to people, and say the economy is good. Every time you do that and lie to them that you're going to raise the interest rates, the overnight Fed rates, which affects your credit card, which affects your adjustable rate mortgage, which affects your loan on your business. And by the way, they would never do it. They will never do it. But the problem is, by just saying it, it moves that 10-year Treasury up. And there goes the interest rates on your fixed rate 10-year, 15, 30-year fixed rate mortgages. There goes your interest rate up on your student loan. There goes your interest rate up on your auto loan. Just because you lie and say you're going to raise the Fed rate, which they never will. They're not going to raise your credit card rate. Are you nuts? You think they're going to start raising business loans right now? Interest, but they're not going to. Business investment, when interest rates go up, where it costs more to borrow money to invest in business projects, it cuts the amount of projects. 3 investment projects in mind. Just think about that. With expected revenues of say 8%, 5%, 3% per dollar they invest. If the interest rate goes up to 4%, the first 2 projects should be profitable because the revenue exceeds the cost of borrowing, right? But how about the third? It will lose 1%. And if the interest rates rise 6%, only the first project would be profitable. And most likely they wouldn't do it. So as rates increase, the amount falls, and that's what we need. We don't need raising But they see the way they look at it, nobody looks at investment. They say, "Oh no, well we're just going to raise the unemployment. We're just going to raise the minimum wage. Let's raise the minimum wage." That's always the answer. Instead of saying, "Wait a minute, wouldn't it be better to encourage business investment?" Oh, so we're not going to encourage business investment. We'll just keep raising these rates and lie and say things are good when they're not. And the answer is raise the minimum. And same thing with the housing investment. The result's going to be the same for that. For investing in housing, who's going to borrow money to invest in a house? This is crazy. What's going on? We'll be right back after this.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hey gang, Phil Grande here, Phil's Gang Show. I want to call attention to the 1220 KDOW San Francisco area listeners. Starting Monday, June 15th, the Phil's Gang Show is moving back to our old slot at 12 noon Pacific time. Again, 12 noon Pacific time, our old slot. So get the best in social and financial talk with me, Phil Grande, on the Bay Area's business leader, 1220 KDOW.
Catch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande weekdays at 12 noon on the Bay Area's business leader, AM 1220 KDOW.
Why aren't you using the spiders? Why are you paying 63% of the money you saved as a fee? 401k, you are paying in fees 63% of the money that you saved. That is crazy. Why don't you switch to the spiders? Join my gang, Phil's Gang, and do what millions of people do. Use the spiders. 500 best stocks in the world.
Find out more at philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, this is Phil Grande of philsgang.com. What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best deal, and they find it at philsgang.com and Interactive Brokers.
Professional investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology. Go to Interactive Brokers and improve your returns today.
philgang.com chooses Interactive. Check out Interactive Brokers for more information and be sure to tell them Phil Grande sent you. That's interactivebrokers.com. Hey gang, Phil Grande here, Phil's Gang Show. I want to call attention to the 1220 KDOW San Francisco area listeners. Starting Monday, June 15th, the Phil's Gang Show is moving back to our old slot at 12 noon Pacific time. Again, 12 noon Pacific time, our old slot. So get the best in social and financial talk with me, Phil Grande, on the Bay Area's business leader, 1220 KDOW.
Catch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande weekdays at 12 noon on the Bay Area's business leader, AM 1220 KDOW.
Move over. TD Ameritrade and Scottrade. There's a new leader in the pack of the finest trading platforms in the country. That's right. Phil's Easy Trade platform, designed by professional traders, and is why it's so easy to navigate, so easy to execute, and includes the most important and advanced features that give both professional and novice traders the edge they would expect. So simplistic, so stealth-like to assist you in your profit center. For information on Phil's Easy Trade platform, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG.
That's right, folks. philsgang.com now offers a stock trading and investing platform. This unique platform is fast and designed for performance with PTT1 and PTT2 stock charts. It will also be tailored to the way that Phil's Gang teaches you in class. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic. And that's philsgang.com.
Here at Phil's Gang, we understand the ghosts of 2008 and 2009 hang over all investors. In a recent banking analyst report, studies show the reason people are not investing in the stock market is a greater need for financial education. At Phil's Gang, we are your #1 provider of financial investing education techniques. For over a decade, Phil Grande has been coaching, guiding, and helping people build a successful trading plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security.
I think what important. People don't realize this, but financial education is in many respects the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
Build your investment confidence with Phil's Gang today with daily webinars and educational videos, and all material is archived for your convenience. Put the investment ghosts in the past and start investing with Phil Grande and Phil's Gang today. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about? Go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
But the average American is beginning to realize that free trade is very costly to adversely affected parties, those businesses, those workers that lose their jobs.
That's right. Don't swallow this free trade is good, especially the new Trans-Pacific Agreement. It's not. Just like NAFTA, we lost 750,000 jobs with NAFTA. Don't swallow that. That this is good for the economy. It's only good for the large companies. They make more money, but we lose jobs. We got to get jobs back here in the United States, and we got to get some people running this country know what they're doing. Do you know why you're where you are today? You know why we are here today? All of us here today, where it doesn't feel so good, that the economy doesn't feel as good as they're telling us it does, because we had two dopes right in a row running this country, Bush and Obama. I don't know who was worse. Two dopes. And it's true. It's true. So, to understand where we are, and to understand, more importantly, why we're going to get QE4. Remember what QE does. Most people don't understand QE. QE is important because QE, first of all, they'll print money and they'll take like 1.7 trillion that they've done, and they'll put that money, put it right into companies so they can buy their own stock back to move stock prices up when nobody's buying any of their goods or not making any profits. So if a company's not making profits and their stock is not going to go up, to force their stock up, they will print money, give it to them, 1.7 trillion, to buy their own stocks back. What else does it do? When QE comes in, they'll print $3 trillion worth of money, the Fed, and they'll stick it into the stock market, buying stocks, lie to us and say it's for helping us create jobs, which is a total lie, just to create the stock market to rally. So who benefits from the stock buybacks, and who benefits from the $3 trillion? Those who are already in the stock market, the 10 percentile. That's who benefits from a small segment of our population. What else does it do? What else does it do? Well, they'll take money and print it, the Fed, and they'll go in and they'll take and reduce the interest rate on the 10-year treasury. They'll buy all those 10-year treasuries to drop the interest from 2.4%, which is the interest they charge you on your 20, 30-year fixed-rate mortgages. And actually, what it also does is lower the rate so that our government, when they borrow money, it doesn't cost as much. And here's what they'll do. They'll print it, and they'll buy those treasuries to drop that yield from 2.4 down to 1.4. What does that do? Are you kidding? That means the stock market will go up again. Why? Because the countries who deal with us, the Saudis, the Chinese, who buy treasuries, they love that high interest, who loan money to the treasury, well, they're going to get out of that, and they'll shift to stocks, so the stock market will go up. So let's think about this. QE is used when the economy sucks, and they want to move the stock market up. When the economy is so bad, people aren't buying stuff, companies aren't making profits, which normally move the stock market up. This is the way to cheat, to get the market up, to make you feel the economy is doing good. Isn't that pretty lousy? But people make a lot of money, and the 10th percentile are making $650 billion more a year in the stock market than they normally would because of QE. Now, we stopped doing QE, didn't we? Well, why do you think the stock market has stalled since January? It's in a 4% range. Why do you think that? Because they stopped with QE. The only thing they're still doing with QE is they're still funneling money to companies, not as much, to buy their own shares so that they can move their stocks up because the economy's so bad. People don't have much money, especially now with the announcement today. The Obamacare, remember how we were going to have we're going to save $2,500?
I also have a health care plan that would save the average family $2,500 on their premium.
Remember that? Well, guess what? We got the announcement today. Premiums are going to go up 50%. 50%. Yep. 50%. That's not going to help this country. So they're going to do QE. QE does another thing. When banks are broke, they don't have to lend, the Fed will come in, print money, and they will buy from the banks assets like their treasuries or their mortgages that have interest income. The last time they did that, when the banks didn't have any money, they said, here, we'll buy your mortgages, we'll buy your treasuries, and we'll give you, then you can use that cash to go and start lending again. And the Fed was making $150 billion a year in interest income. Beautiful for them too. But is there anything in this QE that helped you or me? No. Nothing. How did it help the economy? The economy didn't grow. The economy only growing by 0.9% after all of that. See, because none of that was to help the country. It was help individuals, the banks, especially the banks. How bad is that? And who designed all this? Bush and Obama. I'm so sick of hearing how Obama created all of these jobs. Remember how he said he created these jobs in 2014? 1.8 million. He went and he bragged almost every day. 1.8 million jobs. We haven't created jobs like this in years. 1.8 million jobs. Really? Really? No, he didn't. He shouldn't take credit for that. You know why know how the jobs popped up 108 million? Easy. It's because the states were giving 26 weeks of unemployment. He wanted to increase it to 74 weeks to buy jobs, to buy votes, to 74 weeks. So he takes the stimulus, the 750 stimulus package, he takes 40% of that money, sends it to states, and tells them to expand the unemployment week checks from 26 to 74. Wow. Then, when the stimulus money was spent, it went from 74 back to 26, and guess what? Some people had to get a job. And that's why we went up 1.8 million jobs, and he takes credit for that? What are you, nuts? We'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Phil Grande here, Phil's Gang Show. I want to call attention to the 1220 KDOW San Francisco area listeners. Starting Monday, June 15th, the Phil's Gang Show is moving back to our old slot at 12 noon Pacific time. Again, 12 noon Pacific time, our old slot. So get the best in social and financial talk with me, Phil Grande, on the Bay Area's business leader, 1220 KDOW.
Catch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande weekdays at 12 noon on the Bay Area's business leader, AM 1220 KDOW.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
It's clear the real undisputed champion in social and financial talk is Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
You know, Obama got the last laugh because another fantastic jobs report came out.
The last laugh is on you, Bill. Think about this. 232,000 jobs created. How about this? We lost 252,000 full-time jobs to get those 232,000 jobs. And worse, we gained 437,000 lousy part-time jobs, mostly minimum wage. No, the last laugh is on you.
Only Phil Grande delivers business and financial news with an insider's perspective on Wall Street and the economy.
They're going to keep trying to push these banks higher, offset what's going on. And the earnings are all driven by, of course, stock buybacks. So you got all this stuff going on, which makes for a perfect storm.
That's the one and only Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
Join me weekdays at 3 p.m. for the best in social and financial talk. That's weekdays every day at 3 p.m. here on philsgang.com.
It's clear the real undisputed champion in social and financial talk is Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
You know, Obama got because another fantastic jobs report came out.
The last laugh is on you, Bill. Think about this. 232,000 jobs created. How about this? We lost 252,000 full-time jobs to get those 232,000 jobs. And worse, we gained 437,000 lousy part-time jobs, mostly minimum wage. No, the last laugh is on you.
Only Phil Grande delivers business and financial news with an insider's perspective on Wall Street and the economy.
They're going to keep trying to push these banks higher, offset what's going on. And the earnings are all driven by, of course, stock buybacks. So you got all this stuff going on, which makes for a perfect storm.
That's the one and only Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
Join me weekdays at 3 p.m. for the best in social and financial talk. That's weekdays every day at 3 p.m. here on philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. A lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. Interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil. Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
So much for the 258-point rally the other day. Remember, they came out and they said that Germany may do something for Greece. The market went up 250 points. Everybody went nuts on CNBC. And I said, really? They may do something? I said, I may get some French fries for supper, too. I don't know. I don't know. I may have French fries for breakfast. I don't know. But on that, that's called painting the tape. There they go. Paint the tape to get people excited to go in and to cover their short positions to make the market go up. How stupid! And I pointed to my gang. I pointed out to my gang. I pointed to the charts. I said, "Watch. Here's where there's going to be a high probability that this is going to go up for 2 days to this point, and it's going to come all the way right back. It's going to come all the way down, wiping out the gain. And guess what? That's what's going on. Exactly what we said. That's why we use charts. And that's why I tell you, as I tell my gang member, join my gang. Follow the spiders with me. You're going to get a beautiful group of stocks in a basket of the best stocks of the S&P 500, the best stocks like Marriott and Boeing and IBM, wonderful stocks that pay a dividend, that your cost is almost nothing. Your mutual fund, the cost, 2%. But let me put that in perspective. It costs you 63% of the money you save. That's right. At the end, if you have $1 million saved in your 401k, they take 63% put in their pocket. Are you nuts? The spiders was an alternative. But the problem is, they had so much money, the 401k mutual fund industry, they could bury the spiders, and that's why you don't hear about the spiders. It's a wonderful opportunity. Join my gang. I'm not asking you to get rid of your 401k. I'm saying just try this first. Just stay with me with the spiders. Just try it for a month, and we'll put it on, and you follow me on my PT2, and when it's green, we buy it. When it's red, we short it. And see how it works out for a month. Your expenses are almost nothing. That is the real alternative to the stupid 401k mutual fund. But I can stand here and scream all day. I don't have billions and billions of dollars to overtake the mutual fund industry. Try it. And all I ask, if you do well, just send some money to St. Jude. It's the spiders. Go look it up. The spiders. Real simple. Spiders. And I'll show you the technique. You become a gang member, it's $49.95. And then I will present to you the PT2 where we track it. And I'll show you how easy it is to track, especially for people who are working and busy on your PT2. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Okay.
We've had the longest uninterrupted private sector job growth in history.
Oh, come on. That's when he had the 1.8 million jobs in 2014. He failed to tell us the only reason why he got that bump had nothing to do with him, because he took our stimulus money that was supposed to target small businesses that create 5 million jobs, 5 million full-time jobs at the small business. He took that money away from our Main Street small businesses, gave it to states, Democratic states, to buy votes so he could get back into the White House, back into the Oval Office, and he bought the votes by moving 26 weeks of unemployment checks to 74 weeks, and when there was no more money, it stopped. It moved back to 26 weeks, and then these people had to get a job, which proves we don't need 74 weeks, we don't need 26 weeks. Give people half that, then they'll go find a job. What he is doing by giving them 74 weeks and 26 weeks is telling people don't work. Didn't Pelosi tell you not to work? Didn't she tell you it was job lock? It's killing our country. And Bush was no better. Here's what Bush did, just as bad. Instead of letting the economy go into a recession like all other presidents before him, so that individuals, cities, states, counties could cut their waste, tighten their belt, balance their balance sheets, cut debt. So when they come out of that recession, they'd be creating 450 jobs a month for the first 8 months. Then you level off for the remaining 10 months of 250,000 jobs, and you're out of your recession. Economic growth is 7%. He didn't do that. And because he didn't do that, and the other dope is doing what he did and what he's doing now, we have an economic growth of not 7%, not 6%, not 5%, of 1.9%. That's it. And we have 250,000 jobs. We've never had 1 month of 450,000 jobs. And know how many months we've been in this recession? 67 months. All other 11 recessions, we were out of those recessions the longest, 18 months. Bush prevented the free market to work. He decided to stop the recession from happening and interfere with free capitalism, free markets, and instead of letting the 5 largest banks on Wall Street go down and let them go broke and split the assets up among all the other banks, because he and his buddies and his father's buddies were all on Wall Street in those banks, he bails them out with $750 billion TARP money. And same thing, what Obama did with the $700 and the $800 billion stimulus, he misused it. Instead of giving it to small business to create 5 million jobs, he gave it to, as I mentioned, he gave it to the states for unemployment. Obama takes the $750 billion TARP and he gives it all to the banks, and then he tells the banks, don't loan money to Main Street. Then he puts in another $7 trillion in secret money. What did you get out of it? Nothing. None of it went to Main Street. Then he tells the homeowners to extract $3.1 trillion in equity. Go out and spend it. It's the American thing to do. Remember when he said that?
And I encourage you all to go shopping more.
He should have been impeached for doing something like that. That's why we are in the trouble we are today. He tells homeowners to extract their retirement. Their retirement is in their homes. Their retirement has always been in your home. Your whole life you wanted to work to pay your home off. That's where your biggest retirement, not in your 401k, where 2% fees equals taking 63% of your money out of your fund and putting into Wall Street pocket. It's always been it's always been the house, your home. $3.1 trillion. He told you, go take that equity out, go spend it. He duped people into thinking they were richer than they were. He didn't care about the people. When he said, oh, it's the American thing to do, no, it wasn't. He lied. He knew that 70% of our economic growth comes from consumption. He wanted to take that money and consume. That's what happened. To use their home equity as a personal ATM machine was impeachable. They wasted their retirement. And today we are in a retirement crisis. Retirement crisis. 75% of the working people in this country can't raise $400 within 24 hours for an emergency. People are working when they're 70 years old, 80 years old, which is doing what? Hurting the young. And here's what I get a kick out of. Then Obama will come on and say, look at the jobs I created, 280,000 jobs. Isn't this fantastic? And everybody on CNBC will jump up and down and have a party because they had 280,000 jobs in May. What are you celebrating? What are you celebrating? 280,000 jobs? But you got people that are 70 and 80 and 90 years old still working. What are you celebrating? What are you, nuts? This is crazy. $3.1 trillion. That is an impeachable offense. He should still be impeached. Take his benefits away from him on his ranch. Take his monthly benefits, monthly pension away from him. What a thing he did. Then next it was Greenspan. He tells Greenspan, hey, let's do this. Tell everybody to get out of their 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Tell them to go to the adjustable rate mortgage because they can save money, they could go out and spend, and let's get everybody in arms. And what we'll do is we'll tell everybody with bad credit they can buy a house. We'll lower the credit standards. Anybody can buy a house. They can pick their own payment, and we'll get this big housing boom going. Unbelievable. Join my gang. Get the spiders. Follow me.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Boy, the news has not been good lately. You know that 62% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 24% of Americans have more credit card debt than emergency savings. Or how about this one? Adults under the age of 35 currently have savings rates of negative 2%. Wow. We need to set up a game plan. We need to get you back into the financial markets in a very positive way. And we can do that. Just join philsgang.com. We're here to help you. It's only $49.95 a month. That's it. You're going to be investing in yourself. That's what you need. And you got all the Phil's Gang material archive. You got classrooms. You got support. There's nothing like it. So as this market continues to go higher, not because things are good, not because the economy is doing well, because of all this stimulus, You're missing one of the best opportunities to put retirement money away now. Sock it away now, but you got to learn how to do it. Check us out. That's philsgang.com or give us a call 877-600-4264.
If you want to generate extra income or basically secure your financial future, you should join philsgang.com and get the best investment education available on. For only $49.95 a month, you'll have complete access to Phil's daily live webinar classes, alerts, educational videos, and much, much more. At philsgang.com, there are no contracts and no hidden fees, just straightforward, no-nonsense market investment knowledge that only Phil Grande can deliver. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Obama can't let the stock market go down. You lied about Benghazi. You lied about the AP. You lied about the IRS. You lied. Stop coming out here as a salesman. What's about is personal responsibility and education. Go to any supermarket, go to any store. My God, they got people that are 90 years old pushing out the cart. The last time I was in a supermarket, I took the old man, I put him in the cart. And I wheeled him to my car with a grocery. And what have we gotten for stimulus? Trillions of dollars of stimulus. What have we gotten for? $3 trillion directly into the stock market. Lied to everybody, said we're doing that's a great job. Pelosi tells you, go home. Your job locked. I don't blame him. He's taking a vacation, but stay home and rent some videos. So I care about your financial stability and making money in the stock market. For the best of business news, social, and financial talk, join me, Phil Grande, at Phil's Gang Show, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. Listen live at philsgang.com.
There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I love your show. I love your honesty. Glad to say I'm doing very, very well. Thanks to Phil. I now have become a consistent, profitable trader.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I'm so grateful that I found you and with you and your staff.
This year, I'm up 60% on my portfolio.
I'm on top of the world. I finally feel like I've got my master's degree in stock trading.
Well, I just want to tell you, thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I have learned more in this 2 months than I have in my years of doing all my different stuff, and I want to say thank you.
Been with you a long, long time. Done really well with you.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Again, that's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader.
You know, I tell you, I get 10 letters a night out of the 40,000 letters and emails and messages that we get. Some of them are, just saying thank you for something. Some of them are saying you're an idiot. Some of them are just talking about.
Do you answer the ones that call you an idiot?
I do.
Do
actually,
you?
Yeah.
Are they surprised?
I think sometimes
when
they
after
are.
they've called you an idiot that they've gotten a response.
Yeah, I try to address their concerns.
Those were my letters he's talking about. Every week I send him a letter and tell him he is an idiot because he is an idiot, because Bush is an idiot. They're both idiots. What are we doing? Can't we get a decent leader? What, are you nuts? Just think about it. He takes almost 40% of stimulus money to create jobs, and he doesn't create jobs, but he just throws it away to buy votes, to move unemployment checks out to 74 weeks. Then we get the other dope. Bush turns around, instead of going into a recession to come out strong, instead he tries to manipulate it. And what does he do? He dupes us thinking that we are wealthier than we are. We tell us to take our money out of our home, out of our retirement, $3.1 trillion. Then he tells Greenspan, hey, let's do this. Let's take all the credit, make easy credit, tell everybody to get out of their fixed rate mortgages, buy the adjustable rate mortgage. They can pick their own payment. We'll lower the credit standards. We'll get everybody into a house and make everybody think they're rich. And the houses went up by 50%. Well, if that's going to last, that's just like the stock market's going up 30% a year right now under QE. But our economic growth is 1.6%. How the hell does a stock go up 30% a year and economic growth goes up 1.9%? Work. And corporate profits drop by 8%. See, it's the same thing. It won't last. It's not sustainable. It wasn't sustainable for housing, was it? No, it wasn't. And soon, what happened? It all stopped. Because when the gasoline prices went up, it stopped. 5.1 million people lost their homes. Lost their jobs, first of all. 5.1 million people. They lost their jobs. And then 10 million homes went into foreclosure. 10 million homes went into foreclosure because he did this, leaving more than 13 million people unemployed eventually. And then, for the first time in history, an average of 656,750 Americans a week were turning to their first ever application for unemployment compensation. That never, ever, ever happened. And it happened under Bush because he duped us. 656,750 Americans every week looking for unemployment checks because they lost their house. They lost because they were duped with this stupid plan he had to create this real estate boom. Now what do we have? The same thing from Obama. Now he's coming in, he's creating another real estate boom, telling everybody all the banks loan to these people that have no money, have no credit, will guarantee their loans. Let them go get all these FHA loans. We got to get this going. But, don't loan to the guy who's got beautiful credit, who wants to buy a $300,000 house. You better get 20% down from him. Punish him. So just think about it. So QE will happen. There is no choice. Why? Because when the 10-year Treasury has gone up from 1.4% to 2.4%, you know what that means? That means that increases $180 billion. Our deficit goes up by $180 billion by every 1% increase. And when that goes up $180 billion, that chokes us. So they need QE4 to come in and drop that in, and then it will drive stocks. I want you to be with me in the spiders. You also, by the way, with the spiders, you can turn around and do an inverse, where you can buy, if you're afraid of shorting, you can buy the symbol SH. It's just the opposite. You're buying. Here, look at my chart. Go to my chart, philsgang.com, and just click on Watch Live. And if you're at home or in your office, or if you have some mobile device, and you can say, here, it's green. See it coming up? It just crossed over, the red over yellow, and it's green. So we'll stay in it when it's green. Or you can go the other way with the spiders if you want, and stay with it when it's red. Either way. But you're in there with us every day. We're watching it. You haven't got to do a thing. This is what you should be in, not your 401k. There's hardly any fees. You get a beautiful dividend. But guess what? This will never overtake the 401k because they don't have the billions to market. So check it out. Join my gang tonight. Follow me with the spiders. That's all you need. Now Obamacare is going to go up 50%. 50%. We didn't sign up for that. We didn't sign up for that. Are you kidding me? That makes no sense. Hey, how about yesterday? Another bright idea. More socialism. We have in our communities what they call zoning and planning. When you have a community, you want to plan out your community for 20, for 30 years. You zone it. You say, here's where commercial should be. Here's where single family should be. Here's where low-income housing should be. Here's where the theater should be. But no, Obama wants to change that now. He says to the cities and the towns and the counties, if you're going to get the federal money from me to put into your areas of your community, into your areas of your town that you have blight and you have bad neighborhoods and you want to clean them up, you want to put new roads, new water, new sewer, new schools, and you get that money from me, the federal government, you're not going to get it anymore. Not unless you agree that I can come into your town where you have $500,000 homes that's zoned single with a golf course, and I can go in and put up a 12-story high-rise, low income. That's what he wants to, because he says that's fair. That's fair. This is how he's going to get rid of segregation. This is how he's going to get. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? So what's this guy thinking? He wants to desegregate by in his mind by going into communities now and mix everybody. I don't have a community that says black housing here, white housing here, yellow housing there, brown housing here. I don't have that. Do you in your community? But now he's going to come in and do it. Don't we have enough problems? How could this man be thinking of that? That he wants to come into your community, override your zoning, override your planning, and stick anywhere what he wants, low-income housing. And he thinks that's fair.
This is what happens when you take a community organizer and put him in the White House. He wants to organize your community from Washington, D.C. I mean, this is an insidious idea. What they are trying to do is engage engineering of local communities from Washington, D.C. They're going to take data, collect data on the racial makeup, social makeup, economic makeup of communities, and then either bribe or blackmail them into changing their zoning policies. I mean, this is a fundamental assault on freedom, on local government, on the principles that this country was built on.
So Obama thinks if you've worked hard your whole life and you want to live in a $500,000 house with $500,000 neighbors around you with a golf course, that's not fair. The guy that's the drug dealer down the road, or the person who had 5 kids out of wedlock, they should be able to move the drug dealer, the woman with the 5 kids out of wedlock, move them to your neighborhood, build a high-rise for them, bring in the gangs, and because it's fair, because the upward mobility for them is stagnant where they are, where they live. They don't see the other side, so it's not fair. This is how they're going to see this guy is nuts. And Bush is too. So between Bush and Obama, we still are not doing well. Our economy sucks. And they're trying to trick you by keeping your eye on the 10-year Treasury. They say, look, it's the 10-year Treasury. As long as interest rates going up on the 10-year, the yield's going up, means we're really doing good. It means the economy going forward is really doing good. Keep your eye off the GDP. Don't worry about the GDP. Don't worry about that at all. Look, join my gang. Whether the market's going up or down, following me with the spiders, you're not going to have to worry. You're not going to have to. And it just help the kids at St. Jude. We'll see you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.